This is LJ from Sevendust, and you're watching Midwest Music Scene. And I'm a Midwesterner now, so you guys will be seeing me holler at a play when you see him on the street. You can edit that out. Love you guys.
This is David with Midwest Music Scene. We're here with LJ from Sevendust. What's going on, man?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm happy to be here. We always have a great time from the beginning of the days of playing in Kane's Ballroom to being a part of this fair. I'm very excited. Even though the rain is here, but I'm sure you build it, they will come, they say.
Of course, yeah. We're all going to be here for
right
sure.
On.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope so, man.
So, speaking of, you guys playing tonight, you guys have been playing a lot of state fairs. How's that been going, man? I mean, that's got to be a different audience.
You know what? It's weird. And at the beginning of it, we already knew that we were going to do a C Market run, which are towns that we normally don't get to go to, maybe 2 years in the past, just smaller venues and towns that really don't have a lot of things going on. And with that being said, this run led us to be able to do fairs. And this was something we've never been able to do. And it's been incredible. Now, during the day, it looks a little shady because we might be the only band on the bill. But let me tell you, by the time that the lights and the doors are open for that stage, wherever it might be for the fair, it's been probably the best shows that we've had on this run, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, compared to some of the other big festivals that we do, the fairs are right there in the ballpark. Yeah. Like, yeah, man, so it's exciting. And, we get to shop, hang out, eat funnel cakes, have an upset stomach by the end of the night. What are you talking about?
That's pretty sweet, right? Yeah. So do you guys, change the...
That's all right. That's Tilly. Hey, girl.
What's going on? So do you guys change the set list for a show like a fair? I mean, do you guys cater to...
To cater to the audience,
to the different audiences.
It depends. Like, we did the Iowa State Fair, and I believe that they thought Sevendust, which we are, believers in the Lord and everything, but I think they thought we were a gospel band. So they put us on the gospel stage.
Did they really?
And I remember pulling in that morning, and there was like 6 old 80-year-old women singing Bible hymns, which I thought that was great for the morning, but it kind of went on the whole day. And only one other rock band, and it had something to do with Heavenly, and they were like, man, they thought we were back then, dude. But it was funny, and so, but that was fun, but that show ended up being the best ever. And I think the fairs, normally if they would ever have us back again, they learn when they see that maybe the little bicycle rack and like one security guard is not going to be enough for the show. So we're learning, but we're having a good time. It's just cool. Right?
Yeah. So, do you remember the first time you heard yourself on the radio? What was that experience like? Where were you?
I don't know. I still kind of get the same kind of feeling when I hear myself on the radio. I'm like,
really?
I sound like shit. No, I think we were riding in not a tour bus. We were in a van. And it was probably back before when we went out with Creed, and we were riding down the street, and I think I heard Black on the radio, and to us, we were like, we made it, we're done, unplug everything, we can go home now. Now, beginning, I still feel like we've been doing it for so long. I'll be 41 October 3rd, and a lot of days I feel like we're at the beginning, if that makes sense, because there's still so much to do.
Yeah, man, that makes sense. So how do you define success for yourself and your band?
Well, it can't be having all the money, because I don't have that. I think my defining success is to still be irrelevant. Love or hate me, just don't ignore me. And I feel like that's a point that we're at. And just to have the chance to still be irrelevant in this music industry, as fickle as it is, I think that's success. And to be able to make a dream come true, which is, I live my dream, and I feel like I'm dreaming sometimes, and every once in a while it's a nightmare, but I think that keeps the blood going, and I think that's everything with life. So I think success is just to be able to stay around and to stay true. That's so I guess I'm not successful, but I think that's the goal that I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, for sure. You guys have had tons of success.
Well, thank you. Well, see, different definitions of success. Because as soon as I'm successful, like, he's a rock star, So I think success is us being here and me being able to talk to you guys and you lending out and letting people know what's going on. That's success to me.
Yeah, for sure. So what is, if you can think of it, like what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on stage or on the road? I mean,
I've fallen off the stage twice.
Twice?
At Flint, Michigan, and my light guy just came back out with us, and he didn't tell me, and the lights were flashing this way and this way. Well, of course, I went off the stage, but I was still standing up, and he's like, oh, yeah, sorry. Watch, no tape, sorry. I'm like, cool, and then I didn't want to go on that side anymore, and I'm like, yeah. I'm rocking out, on this side. So that's embarrassing, and I've seen my guy, John, one time, everything kind of fell apart, and Morgan was still up there, and I was still up there, and Benny was off the stage, and Clint was off the stage, and I was kind of there by myself, and I kind of exited, and John was by himself, and he kind of started walking back, and before he could get it, it was a monitor behind him, and next thing I know, and a guitar up in the air like that, so the show was over. That was embarrassing. That was like when we first started.
So that was like a little tiny club show?
No, actually, it was the Roar tour, and it was the biggest tour that we'd ever done. It was our first tour. It was like us, Tonic, and a few bands like that back in the day. And we were the first band, so it was probably 3 people and a couple of wives there to see us. But it was still, it was embarrassing. We were in this big arena, and we derailed, and then John flips over the thing. But it's never happened like that again. Knock on wood. That was 20 years ago.
So, tell me. I mean, I've read like what Got a Feeling is about. Tell me where you were at, like in your head. Like, what made you sit down and be like, I gotta get this
Well, I just
out?
think this album, we didn't write lyrics going up to it. And I feel like with us taking that break that we were able to take, that we were able to really hone in on a lot of things that have happened to us, like Clint's father passing away, my grandmother, Morgan's grandmother, our babies, our wives. This was something that we've kind of ran this course for so long without taking a big break.
Yeah.
So for the first time, we were able to do that, and we were able to reflect and do our different avenues of music. So when we came back in the studio, we were able to have this canvas and I just think it's a collage, And we were able to. We had 2 recording areas, a vocal booth. So it was 32 days, 12-hour days. We'd go from 12 noon to 12 midnight every day except for Saturday, and go right back in on Sunday. So it was that's the way we like to work. So it was always music. You wake up thinking about it, you go to bed thinking about it, and you have the fun on Saturday, and you get back Sunday. And that's where you felt comfortable, because that's what we were there to do.
Yeah.
And it was easy. So I just think it was a place where we're just in a place where we're older and more mature, and we're not afraid to have songs that are slow and talk about our kids and talk about our girls. Back before we're like, everything's mean, and
You
but
can't do 100 face-to-face
Yeah,
songs.
exactly. I'm gonna do some push-ups for this song real quick for No, not like that. We've tamed down now.
Yeah. So how do you choose, like, because Clint took lead on that, so how do you, like, I mean, was that planned?
No, well, actually, they wanted me to sing it, but we sat down and we thought, man, everyone has a good voice in the band, and how beautiful would that be, as not only to see it, but a visual, but to also understand that this is a group. A group of guys that can sing together, and it's not afraid. That's something that we never really did before, except for maybe an older song, and I can Disgrace, where we kind of went back and forth, just me and him, but this is everyone singing in it, John, Benny, and everybody.
Really? Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have each member singing in different songs. I mean, Morgan does.
He does all his
face-to-face,
all
and
that, all that stuff. Take it easy, calm down. How long you be able to scream? No, I was kidding.
So, I mean, after this, you guys have the tour with Asking Alexandria and All That Remains. I mean, you guys excited for that? I mean,
I'm excited because we don't have to headline. Oh my God, can we have some fun one time? Can I not? Can I have? Would I have to wait till after we play to hang out, and then everybody's gone? No, just kidding. We look forward to it because it's a new crowd, younger kids, and it's going to be good. And All That Remains, we're friends and family with them, and over this summer, a lot of these festivals that we just talked about, we've played with Asking Alexandria. So I think we have a relationship enough with them to go out and do this and have a good time, and bring them into our family, and as well, vice versa.
Yeah. I mean,
so
I'm sure you guys are going to get tons of different fans going on that. It's going to be
hopefully they don't think I'm too old. No. Put on some skinny jeans, and don't cut that out. Edit that out. They were like, he said what'd he say? No, we do that, and I really look forward to we're also talking about doing a new acoustic album and taking that out on the road, and that should be really fun. But also I look forward to going back to Australia and getting overseas and doing the big Soundwave Festival, which
man, that's awesome.
That's an experience within itself, when you're on a plane with 30 bands that you all play the same place every day, from Sydney to Adelaide. It's really cool when you're in the airport in Sydney and you see Iron Maiden's playing. And there's Bruce driving it, and 3 seats up from you Slash, and then 2 seats behind you is a singer from Pennywise, and over here is somebody. It's just like, well, I hope this plane don't go down.
So, we talked about the most embarrassing things that happened to you on stage. Like, what is the crazy tour story? Like, what's
Oh, there's tons. I like Metal Mike, our light engineer. You can take a picture of him, and you can kind of put it together with the story. He used the toilet in the hallway on the bus at the beginning of this run, which kind of weirded everyone out, especially our new member, Amber. It's her 3rd day, and I wake up and I look down the hallway because the bus had already been wet because it had a leak. It was brand new, and I heard, and I'm like, that must be that leak. I look down the hallway, and at the very end of the hallway, I see Metal Mike kind of just swaying. I said, what are you doing? He said something, and I was like, get out of the hallway. I close the thing back, and mind you, this is 5 o'clock in the morning, and I hear it, and it sounds like the water's getting louder, and it clicks in my head. I'm like, I think he was peeing. And I open the curtain back up, and I look down, and this guy's standing there like this. And I yelled at him, "What are you doing?" He said, "Peeing." I said, "I know, in the hallway." He's like, "No, I'm not. I'm in the bathroom." And this is at full brigade. Like, if you even had a wrench to turn it off, it wouldn't have come off. That's how. Now, that was a funny story. And he went right back to bed and didn't know what he did until we woke him up the next morning because he was completely asleep. But we had to witness it. And this poor lady sleeps above me and was kind of looking out of the bunk like, okay, I think I might need to go home. This guy is peeing on everything. So that was funny. We cleaned it up. We have a new bus, so we're not dirty.
So you're not dirty? No more pee all everywhere?
No more pee unless he does it in the middle of the night without anyone knowing it. Loser.
So what's the coolest gift you've ever gotten from a fan?
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, well, I've gotten so many cool. Guess what? My coolest gift's from one of my best friends, Dave Habel. I have a 1998 Harley Bagger that I got from him, and also I have an assembled Harley that Steve Vai signed with a 280 back tire, and so those are really good gifts to get, or Harley Davidson motorcycle. But other things, like I have a 1940 something bracelet from a buddy of mine's dad that went over to war in World War II, and he sent that back to his mother, and it's engraved. And I call myself a mantiquer, so I do a lot of antiques, so I get a lot of cool gifts, man. The other day I got $1935 bills and a coin from the year I was born. Just little odds and ends, and I'm a weirdo, but I think people are starting to realize that, so they're starting to bring me creepy things, and I like it. And it's all I have a bar at home, and I call it the Time Traveler's headquarters. The wife won't go in because it's so creepy, but it's
really
cool, yeah. It's all kind of cool, creepy stuff in there. It's like,
awesome.
Don't touch that, you might unlock something. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, not that creepy.
So, I've been seeing a couple interviews and a couple other things where you said that you've been thinking about doing a solo album.
Yes.
What kind of music?
It'll lean towards rock, but I'm not afraid to even go a little country. Country, I don't know. I'm just a singer, and I love music. That's definitely something that I feel like I've put on the back burner for a long time, and it's time. I'm getting ready to be 41. So after Sevendust slows down, I'll definitely be doing that. I'm talking to several different players that are. What was that whistle? Does that mean it's time?
That was the phone. So
I thought he was telling you to take it out. That's awesome.
So speaking of country, who are some country acts that you're into right now?
Everybody, man. You name it. What's that little kid's name that works with Rascal Flatts? Yep, I love his voice. Rascal Flatts. Now, these are newer artists that I like, but I like older artists too. Of course, I've always been the Johnny Cash, Charlie Pride, everything. I'm just a country. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, so I love music. I think you don't have to have the best voice, but as long as you have conviction, people get it. Got a text from Aaron Lewis, and he told me, he's like, man, got Darius Rucker. He's doing good down here in Nashville. And Cowboy Trout, no. So we need you to come down. I'm like, I'm on my way. So you never know.
Nashville.
You never know, man.
Aaron Lewis and Darius Rucker.
There you go. And LJ, what's up?
And LJ.
I'll bring the heat in.
So tell me the most emotional experience you've had recording a song, and why? Like, what song
Angel
was it?
Sun. All the songs that we do are emotional for me because they take me to a place. But a real emotional song, now that you asked that question, was something like Angel Sun, recording it, going into the studio, never writing any lyrics down, and kind of being kind of anxious about it. Like, I don't have anything written, and we had the studio booked that day, and I said I can't write about something that I really know about, and that was death at that time in my life. I was so young, so we went in the studio, and I remember Mikey from Snot and Sonny being there, and we all had these little glow necklaces at the time. They were crystals that, battery, and you turn it on. And I remember seeing Mikey, and he had that thing, and he said, "Hey, man," and the song started playing, and I didn't know what I was going to sing at all. Never had written anything down, and that verse came around, I said, I just started saying, "Life's changing, I can't go on with Chillbones, he's with us." So that was a magical experience, and I like it when it comes like that because that's when it's the most honest. And I wasn't afraid of anything, and I wrote that song from the time he pushed play all the way to the end. So that's how that song came out.
Wow, so it was just like came out of your head.
Yeah, but that's when it's good. That's when all the planets are aligned, and it don't always happen like that, but it happens like that. When you're really focused and you really mean what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. And that's a great song.
Oh,
too,
thank you. I think that song has manifested over the years to so many people can relate to it.
We better hear that tonight.
You might hear it tonight.
We might hear that tonight. All right. Well, I think that's really all that we had for you. Do you want to say anything to the fans?
Thank you, guys, and congratulations on your new gig. And you do well. It's a great interview, and not everyone is as cool as you guys.
Well, thank you very much. Not everyone's as cool as you.
Oh, I ain't nothing but a country boy, man. Thank you, guys.